All right, today is a fun day. They're actually moving the house in on, we had showed earlier this spring 2 lots that we bought, and moving in pre-existing houses. So one of them is taking a long time. One of them is getting moved in today. So we're gonna head over there and watch it happen. All right, we're just coming up on them from behind. Wow, they're actually going really fast.
Yeah.
That's surprising how fast they're moving.
Yeah, I thought they would be so slow.
Yeah. Wow.
Like,
They must be pretty confident in what they're doing. That's awesome. Especially going around a curve. All right, cool. That's awesome. There's still a lot of unknowns and things that make us nervous about
So
this.
here's the deal. So we bought two 2.5 acre lots, so 5 acres last summer.
Our intention is to move in houses. So we have family friends that move the shed behind our house. They also move houses. Municipalities will sell houses to them if they're like widening a road, and they'll say, hey, we have a house available. And so our thought was, if we could find moved in houses at a reasonable price, knowing that there's not a ton of those out there now either, like even then we're at the mercy of them, that we could potentially make these fly, even knowing all the rest of the work that we'd have to do too. So you can actually see a full video of the house move on Tom's channel. He has some really cool like aerial shots of the house going down the road, watching them try and navigate a roundabout. And then they also, they did run into a little bit of a problem when they were driving the house like into the basement. So it's fascinating. I know, like, we grew up, like, this was very common in our area that houses were moved and whatever. So it's not strange to me, but I know for many it's like, wait, what are you doing? So I'll link to his video down below. But I also want to show you what we've been up to in our office building. You will not recognize it. And then a change that we're going to make to our YouTube channel. All right, so Tom loaded up some of the furniture. It's just stuff that's previously been in our house. Normally I'm not a fan of like keeping furniture for someday, but we knew we wanted to use it out here. So I'm excited to show you what we've been up to. Hello.
Hi.
I want to show off all your hard work that you've been doing out here.
Yeah, see, I was actually telling, I recorded a little bit for my channel, but I was telling everyone that this project is the project that just like, so as is clear, Tom jumps around to a million different projects at a time, but this building is the building that like has constantly gotten the back burner.
So what year did we start this project?
2018.
Okay, so yeah, it's been 4 years.
Yeah, the concrete, it was 2018. So that whole summer leading up to it, I was working out here, excavating out all the questionable material on the ground, whether it was gravel or not.
The cow poop.
And then we brought in probably 3 or 4 end-dump loads of gravel, brought it all in, packed it down.
And so we have this building that used to be a cow barn, like a run-in cow building. And
They used to poop and pee in here.
yeah.
We plasticed the floor, put foam underneath the entire floor, laid out all the in-floor tubing lines. We did all that ourselves. We have manifolds over here for the in-floor heat, and then we put concrete in the ground here.
And someone had asked, is in-floor heat really efficient?
Extremely.
Right.
Because it heats the objects, not the space, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's a much more comfortable heat. It's more steady throughout.
Even. So this is a vinyl plank from Home Depot.
Home Depot, which we do not typically shop at Home Depot.
But it was the cheapest.
It was the cheapest.
And we actually really liked the pattern. We knew because it was going to be a big space, we didn't want something that would look too repetitive.
Don't show my mistake. Don't show it.
Yeah, there was one section that the box didn't match. But it looks really good. I like the color a lot, and the pattern doesn't repeat too much. It's not LVP, it's not luxury vinyl plank, but it does have some texture to it, and I like the color of it, so good enough for me, and it was nowhere near the price of what the quote was for.
Yeah, I know we couldn't have paid someone to do it.
Yeah. So again, this building is going to be offices and guest house if people come and stay for a little bit. It's nice because Tom has 3 sisters that live 3 hours away, and so we'd love for them to be able to come down and stay with us. And we'd still need like the campers too to
Yes.
house everybody.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so I know too, sometimes people said like, is that minimalist to have like a whole nother building? I mean, it's literally the same size as our house.
Yeah,
And
which
I
is
don't,
crazy.
I wouldn't necessarily call this minimalist, but
No.
for us living in Minnesota, especially when you can't be outside a good chunk of the year, it's really nice to have an extra space.
Right, and the other thing is this building was here, like it was existing.
Yeah.
We didn't have a purpose for it, and so for us to be able to reuse an old building on our property for this, like this is ridiculous.
So this area will be a kitchen. Again, we had gotten this kitchen a few years ago for $400, the whole kitchen and appliances.
$400, all the cabinets and appliances, no countertops.
Yeah.
$400.
So that was awesome. All the windows came from an outlet, so they were really inexpensive.
Yes.
And so then over here.
Yeah, all the windows and doors, outlet center. Go ahead.
So over here is a bathroom. I think Tom said you can't open the door because it's not.
Well, I mean, we can open the door. It just may open a little differently than your doors at home. So there's no, I didn't hang this door yet because I haven't put the flooring in yet. So I want to put the flooring in and then hang the door.
Yeah.
Well, we put a walk-in shower here. We'll have a vanity here with a mirror and a light. And then here's a pocket door here.
Yep.
For a stackable washer and dryer on this side.
Yep.
And the toilet on this side.
Yep. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so that will be really nice.
Yep.
And then over here on the left will be Tom's office and guest room. And then on this side will be my office and guest room.
Yes.
So our hope is to get Murphy beds that we can put on the walls so that we can maximize the space. And of course, no life update video would be complete without an update on our mattress. I mean, it's actually a significant part of your day, right?
It is. These days specifically, I would like to spend much more time
Right.
on my mattress.
In the past, we didn't always wake up feeling refreshed in the morning.
No, I used to wake up all night long, tossing and turning, feeling aches and pains, and waking up in the morning with like pinches and like things that just don't go away.
Kinks.
We don't have that anymore.
And so sometimes I think we don't actually know that we could be getting if we would have known how good of a night of sleep we could have been getting on a Helix mattress, we would have done it so much sooner because a good night's sleep is priceless. So we went online and took the sleep quiz. So what are your prominent sleeping positions?
I would like to say back, no.
No, you gotta say what you actually are. Tom's chiropractor.
Stomach or side, fine, stomach or side.
Tom's chiropractor says, don't sleep on your stomach, right?
Yeah, stomach or side.
Okay, so I start on my side, then I go to my stomach, then I go back to my side. And both of us would agree we don't like a mattress too soft, right?
Oh no.
And then Helix takes all your combined information and makes a recommendation. So for us, we were paired with the Helix Dusk Luxe, and it has been an awesome fit for us. But what we also love and why we can wholeheartedly recommend it to you is that you get 100 nights to try it out.
We have friends who have bought Helix mattresses now, and they love them.
I actually feel now after 2.5 years that we feel more confident than ever recommending Helix mattresses because not only have we had such a great experience, but we have multiple friends and we've heard from you as well that you really get a great night's sleep. And so Helix is a premium mattress in a box company, which means it comes rolled up in a box. Delivery is included in the US. It comes to your door. It's very easy to set it up. And then like we said, you get 100 nights to test it out. Beyond that, there's also a 10-year warranty too.
So right now, 7.5 years left on our warranty. I think right now I don't see any wears in it.
And if you use our link down below, you can save up to $200 on your own Helix mattress, get 2 free pillows, and most importantly, get a really awesome night's sleep. So.
And this little closet thing is all the mechanicals.
Yes, so we have
The
boiler for the in-floor heat, an on-demand water heater. It actually doesn't take up a lot of room, all the mechanicals.
And the door frame's not hung yet, you know that. So power panel.
Yeah, for anyone who...
Invisible fence controller for the dogs.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Fiber optic internet.
Yeah, we're fancy now.
Electric boiler.
Okay.
And then this is an on-demand hot water heater. We don't have a septic system hooked up out here yet, so it doesn't really matter to hook the water up yet because it can't go anywhere.
Yep. So we'll just leave that for now.
I had to hang this and install it so the electricians could wire it. That's
Sure.
basically why it's here.
Yeah.
Already. So.
Cool. So it feels pretty crazy. I mean, 4 years is a while to be waiting for this to be done, but now that it's actually getting fairly close, I don't know. It feels kind of wild.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
And that this building was built probably 50 years ago or more.
Yeah, as a cow
For
barn.
cows to get out of the rain.
Yeah.
And poop it.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little different.
a little different. So yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. It's been nice to have like a dedicated office after trying to work from home for the last
A long time.
8 years. Like to have a door I can close. Yeah, it feels pretty fancy.
Well, and the
So-
other thing that this was going to do is all of our work stuff that's been in the house.
Yeah.
Getting all that in this building will then make the house feel so much freer by not having those things around.
Yeah, that'll be nice too. All right, cool. Well, thanks for showing off all your handiwork. We're gonna go visit about a few other updates as well. I know too, whenever we do a video like this, people say like, oh, I thought you were gonna say you're like adopting or doing something like that, and we aren't. We'll still continue to do like respite care for foster care, which has been really good, so I'm glad for that. We are going to make a change to our YouTube channel for next year. So we've been doing 2 videos a week we had been doing 3 videos a week, and then I think it was a little over a year ago we went down to 2 videos a week, and we're going to go down to 1 video a week in the new year. But we're gonna go away from the Friday videos, so we'll just have the Tuesday videos, which makes me sad because the Friday videos in many ways are my favorites, where we're showing life updates and projects and traveling and that kind of stuff. And so we will still do that. There just won't be quite as much of it. But we will still like very much focus on the minimalism videos on Tuesday. And so I've just been finding too with homeschooling the kids now, which I can give a homeschool update at the end of this video too. I just find myself, I would rather work on making YouTube videos than homeschooling, and I know I need to put more effort into the homeschooling department, and so it will allow me to invest some more time with that. But I do want to let you know, I am in our mentorship group, our membership group, I'm in there every single weekday with a video, and we do guided decluttering. We have monthly challenges. We do Facebook Lives. And so if you want any more interaction with me, I don't want to be presumptuous, like, hey, if you want to spend more time together, that actually is a way for you to do it. It does cost $11 a month. So there is that fee that goes along with it, but we'll actually probably be raising it in the new year, just so you know. But if you do want any more interaction or more help when it comes to decluttering, just know that that is there as a resource. We even have gift certificates if you want to ask for it for Christmas. But I am in no way asking anyone to pay for anything in regards to my content, because I've always wanted to make it accessible for everyone and do as much free stuff as possible. So I will continue to do that. It'll just be at the rate of 1 video a week instead of 2. So anyways, as far as homeschooling, homeschooling's good. I don't know. I don't know. Is this our 3rd year now? And each year gets better for sure. I'm really glad for the co-ops that our kids are in, because I feel like that adds the structure. If you ask me like, oh, what curriculum do you use? We use a different curriculum for every child for every subject. I think if I were to actually look at it, there's a little bit of overlap, but it's really just been the learning curve of figuring out what works for each child. And man, you have to have a lot of grace for yourself for that process, because you spend money, you get advice from other homeschooling moms, and you're like, okay, this works for them, it'll work for us, and then it doesn't, and you're like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with my child? And you're like, oh, okay, it doesn't work for them. Right? And I probably I never expected this, but I'm probably leaning more towards the end of like unschooling and having not a lot of structure. Well, I guess you probably could guess that based on my personality. I'm like, it's fine, whatever. I just have so much value for play and the creativity and the brain formation that goes on when kids are playing, and problem solving and that kind of stuff. So we definitely do more structure with our older 2 daughters. They're in 6th and 7th grades. But with our boys that are still in 2nd and 4th grades, it's still a lot of unstructured time where they're just playing and building things and spending time with my dad in the shop and different things like that. My mom has been helping them do some outreach stuff. And so I have a lot of value on that, but that's just me, right? And so again, I'm in no way trying to like push this on anyone else. This is just kind of my philosophy towards it. And I know like many of you be like, yeah, that's awesome, that's so great. And there'll be many others who are like, that makes no sense. Like, you know, like kids need to be learning right now. These are very formative years and all that. And what I love is that we can each have our own opinions on that. And I don't worry anymore that I'm like messing up our kids or anything, or they're gonna fail as they get older. So that feels good. I do have a lot more confidence in my ability now, but still not to the point where I'm gonna, you know, give advice or like even recommend any curriculums to, because I don't know, it'll probably change like next week. So it's amazing like how frequently that it changes. So anyways, so that's probably not a helpful update at all, but just, you know, that's kind of where we're at with homeschooling, but still very glad for that decision and that we have the flexibility to be able to do that. All right, I should probably head back in the house. This time of year is rough. You know, in Minnesota, like the kids definitely go outside and play, but it's just not for super long periods of time like it is in the summer. And so I do, trust me, I do sometimes feel like the walls are closing in on us, but it's just kind of nice out here and the sun's shining today, which is so nice. So as far as other updates, we still have our labs, Mac and Maisie. I'm actually just watching them run around right now and chase each other. The invisible fence works awesome. Tom has had to do a couple repairs to it, but mostly because he was driving over it with like heavy equipment and stuff. So they've chewed off a couple collars. The collars are not cheap, but they're so happy. We still really love having them around. Let's see, the devotional that Diana and I wrote, I will not be writing another book anytime soon. Why? It's like a gal in our mentorship group was like, we were talking about like data collecting, right? And like, what have we learned? And she was like, Dawn, maybe don't write another book like before the holidays or whatever. And I'm like, that is such a great point. It's good. Like, I'm so proud of how it's turned out. And I really think that it's going to be a dynamic group study. If you've wanted to talk about this with like any of your friends or anyone like at church to get a group together, every purchase of the book does come with access to our 6-week video study as well. And then we're also having a private group for anyone who wants to be a leader. So we will get to spend some time together, because I know like for some of us being a small group leader is just like it's just like, well, of course I'll be a small group leader. Like you do that all the time, and you're really good at it. You know what snacks to make and your house is party ready and all of that. And then there's the rest of us who are like, well, what if nobody comes? And like, what if I put myself out there? Or what if people think I'm saying they're like a huge slob because I'm asking them to do a decluttering group or whatever, you know? So I totally understand all of that. Or like, what if people are gluten-free or dairy-free, or like, what do you possibly make for snacks now these days, right? So we're going to have a private group where we can kind of talk through some of those dynamics and set each other up for success. So I think that's going to be really cool as well. So I can put the details if you want to order the devotional. We also have the pricing set so that the price goes down the larger the quantity that you order. So our hope is that that's helpful for you as well. So that's available too. But otherwise, I'm actually really looking forward to Christmas this year. And speak the devil. I'm really looking forward to Christmas this year. I think our kids are at such fun ages. They're 8 through 13 now. And so I kind of feel like we're in these like golden years of Christmas now, where we've just been having fun doing the different things, like putting the tree up and making gingerbread houses and that kind of stuff. And so it's been really good. And so I'm glad for that. So I'm looking forward to Christmas. But other than that, I think that's pretty much everything that's been going on. So I am just so grateful for you and your support. My goodness. I don't know, what a great year we've had, and you have been such a part of that. And we just appreciate everything, your kind comments, how you share our videos with friends and family. You follow us on Instagram and YouTube, and you join our membership group and all of that. And you buy our books, and you donate to Dorothy's house and buy a bundt cake recipe book, even though you don't bake bundt cakes, right? Like, we have just felt so well supported and cared for and loved, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you for helping to make our year so awesome too. And I really hope that you've had a good year too. And if not, I hope that the new year will bring renewed hope for you too. So, all right, well, I'm going to go back inside now, but I love you. I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.